How long can a secret stay hidden? How much time does it take before the undisclosed actions of a man come to light? Because rarely does a man take his secrets to his grave. Tell a secret to even one person, and it is no longer a secret. Farouk Ghani has kept his second family from his first family for 15 years. There are just a few close people who know the truth, and Farouk trusts them completely. But sometimes, secrets have a way of being revealed without the entrusted parties being at fault. Narrated by Abdullah bin Abbas radiyallahu anhu, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam has said, when a person secretly listens to something that was intended to be secret, he will have molten lead poured into his ears on the day of Qiyamah. Narrated by Tirmidhi.
في الأوقات الحلوة عشوة يا ألفاتنا عشوة ترابطنا عشوة سعاداتنا نبدأ خطوة بخطوة
Assalamu alaikum, Nana.
Wa alaikum salam. You're up early, Yahya. Aren't you going to sleep in? It's Saturday today.
No, I'm not tired. Nana, I wanted to ask you.
I know exactly what you want, my boy. You want me to finish the story of Ashraf Ghani, right?
Gee, I know it was upsetting you the other night, but I'd really like to know what happened to Ash the gangster after he was shot.
All right then. Make us some tea and I'll tell you all about it. That's just what I needed. A strong cup of tea. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a Saturday afternoon and Ashraf's sons, Farouk and Hassan, were here with us. It was raining cats and dogs and the boys had no choice but to entertain themselves inside. Your nanny was frying fresco sisters when the phone rang. It was Julie. And she was crying so much that we could hardly make out what she was saying. All we heard was Ashraf's name, over and over again. So we left the boys, put on our raincoats and ran across to her house with our umbrellas. When we got there...
What was going on, Nana?
It was too late, Yahya. The police were there. They had come to tell the family that Ashraf had been shot in downtown Johannesburg in a robbery and shootout on Small Street.
Oh no, that's horrible. Were there lots of other people killed?
No, that was a strange thing. We found out later that it wasn't just a random shooting. At that time, in the late 80s, there were massive changes happening in the country, and Ash was a major role player in the fight against apartheid. Ashraf had been the target of a political party that was trying to keep the apartheid government in power. So they staged a robbery and then the shootout in the process. The bullet hit its target. In one bloody moment, Ashraf was dead. Julie was a widow, and Farouk and Hassan were orphans.
عشوة شوف العشوة عشوة فيها لمة عشوة تسعد قلبك في برنامج عشوة في برنامج عشوة لا 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 لا
of your locality.
Who left that radio on last night?
Must be Mommy. It's an easy way for her to get us up by ourselves.
I think it's definitely working. Oh, come, alright. Let's get ready for namaz and then just now she's gonna start shouting.
Fine. Then you go to the bathroom first.
Yeah, like... we have more than one bathroom in the house, Remember what you told me that first day back at school?
About what?
Come on, man. About Daddy having another son. How did you find out? I know it's about too early for this in the morning, but when did you find out?
Oh, that! I wasn't keeping anything from you, Jareer. I just found out about it the other day. Remember last week in the holidays when I had to go with Mike to the company? Dad wanted me to bring some important papers in, and he didn't want to have it couriered. Anyhow, when I entered the office, his secretary, Rubina, was sitting at his desk, speaking on the phone. Her back was towards, so she didn't notice me come in.
What you mean? So like you listened in? Is that what you're saying?
Well, what else was I supposed to do?
B, you know what now? You know it's a sin to eavesdrop. You like stories, right?
I know, it's just, well, I was just standing right there and I thought it was just a casual conversation. No harm in waiting until Rubina was done, right? Boy, was I wrong.
So, what happened? Tell me, what else did you hear?
She was speaking to someone named Farhana. I couldn't hear the other side of the conversation. Obviously, but Rubina kept saying things like, don't stress so much, you didn't do anything wrong. There's no way his family is going to find out about it. And so what if your son goes to the same school as his kids? It's also his right.
Yeah, kind of, but I think they could meet like anything. And, you know, you don't even know who this Farhana is.
You are right. I wasn't even suspicious at first. In fact, was going to walk out and go looking for Dad. But just as I was about to leave the room, Rubina said his name. She said, Farhana, don't worry. Farouk's family will never find out that you are his wife and that you also have a teenage son with him.
What the...
Boys, are you up? It's Salah in 5 minutes.
That very same morning, in the leafy suburb of Houghton, the weak, wintry sun struggles to make itself felt. Unbeknown to his first wife Salma, who is still tucked up in bed, Farouk Ghani pays his usual Saturday visit to his other wife Farhana and their son Aman.
Assalamu alaikum. Anybody home?
Walaikum salam. Come through, Farouk. We're in the kitchen.
How's it, Aman? You're up already. I thought teenagers were supposed to sleep in.
Obviously we do, Papa. But I needed to clean out Tweety's cage. And I wanted to see you also. I called Rubikada to speak to you yesterday, but she said you were in a meeting.
Oh, she must have forgotten to tell me. Otherwise, I would have called you back. Next time, just leave a message on my phone, and I'll call you as soon as I see it. And how are you, Farhana?
Alhamdulillah, it's so good to see you, Farouk. This was such a long week without you.
It was for me also. Almost every night, I thought I'd pop in to see you, but there's been so much going on at home and at work.
Something happening with your kids?
Not really. Just hectic with the boys starting school again and...
Oh yes, me too. I also started school on Wednesday.
Yes, my son. I didn't forget about you. That's why I came with Mike to drop off the twins at school on the first day. I was hoping I'd get a glimpse of you in your smart new uniform.
Gee, Papa, I was so excited to see you that I just had to wave. But then...
Then what? You seemed a bit worried, Aman.
Aman? Remember what I told you?
Gee, Ummi, it's nothing, Papa. I just wanted to tell you about my first day at the new school.
Ah, that's why you called Rubina.
Gee, Papa.
So how was it? Did you like the school?
I love it, Papa. It's much better than the other high school where I started.
And you didn't forget your promise, did you, Aman? That you won't approach the twins under any circumstances.
I remember, Papa. I know I can't have any contact with my brothers.
Aman, Tweety is getting agitated in her small cage. Why don't you take the big cage outside and clean it out so that we can get her settled in again?
Okay, Ummi.
He's so happy at the new school, but he knows he has to keep his distance from the boys, Farouk.
Yes, but you have to keep reminding him about it, Farhana. I can't afford to have Salma and the kids find out about you guys. The only people that know about us are your sister Rubina and my brother and his wife.
I know, Farouk, I know. Rubina would never betray us. You know that. And Mulana Hassan and Miriam haven't met Salma or the kids in years. I'm sure they'll keep our secret forever.
I hope so. Anyway, I have some bad news.
What is it?
Hassan was hijacked last night when he was on his way home from Maktab.
What? Oh no, that's just terrible. Aman is going to be so upset when he hears. Did you speak to him? Is he okay?
No, I mean, I don't know. I I thought I'd call him today.
Well, why don't you call him now? Or better yet, let's go and see him.
Farhana, it's not so easy, you know. Salma and my kids think that Hassan and I have no contact for the past 10 years, since she and his wife Mariam had a fallout. How am I going to explain to her that I went to see him?
You don't have to tell Salma that you went to see him. We can go together, and you'll at least get an idea of how your brother is doing.
And what about Aman? He'll be upset by the news.
He will be. Aman is quite a sensitive child and is very attached to Mulana. But we'll have to tell him, because he'll find out at madrasa anyway on Monday.
All right then. You can tell him he can come with us. Get him ready while I go have a quick nap. This week was just too exhausting.
في خير الليالي جلستنا محلاها.
الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم.
While his father is ensconced in his other home, Zaidan, who is also up early, takes an Uber and goes to Fietas. He's the only one of Farouk and Salma's children who, without his parents' knowledge, has formed a relationship with his uncle, Maulana Hassan. Zaidan is not aware of what happened to Maulana Hassan the previous day. He finds his uncle sitting in his lounge, reading Quran, his face swollen and bloody from the previous day. Zaidan listens in astonishment as Maulana Hassan recounts the incident of his hijacking and robbery.
Oh man, this is bad, Hassan Papa. I can't believe they did this to you.
It's not so bad, Zaidan. At least I'm still alive. Alhamdulillah. And in one piece. These cuts and these bruises, inshallah they will heal. And I can, inshallah, get another car one day.
Hassan Papa, you are always so positive. Does Daddy know what happened to you?
Well, no, I don't think so.
Shouldn't you tell him? I'm sure he can help you out with a car until you are on your feet again.
It's hard to ask people for things, eh? Even if it's your own brother. And I rarely see your father since your mother and Mariam, they don't speak anymore. Anyway, let's talk about you. Did you get into Redcliffe College then?
Yes, Alhamdulillah, but...
That's good news, mashallah. So what's wrong? You seem worried?
Remember I told you I wanted to go to Darul Uloom to complete my hifz?
Of course I remember. But you said your parents want you to finish school first. I know it's difficult for you, Zay, but if you listen to your parents, then inshallah everything else will fall into place.
I suppose.
And Redcliffe College is an amazing school, although I do hope the current changes in the curriculum don't impact directly on you.
Huh? What do you mean, Hassan Papa?
Well, Redcliffe College is a boys-only school. And with all the stuff that they're teaching about, this LGBTQ+, and the new laws at schools.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. I'm definitely not that way inclined.
Zaidan, it's not only about your sexual inclinations. There are so many stories of both boys and girls who are supposedly normal, but then got influenced by, these type of people to go the other way. We're hearing so many incidents out there nowadays of these kinds of things. You have to be very, very careful. I wonder who that is.
Maybe it's the policeman who helped you yesterday. I'll go check.
No, Zay, don't just open the door. It's too dangerous around here these days. Check through the window first.
Shoo, Hassan Papa, this hijacking has really made you paranoid. Okay, let me check.
Zaidan looks through the curtain adjacent to the front door and is stunned to see his father standing on the front step of Mulana Hassan's house.
We're excited to announce that the Radio Islam app is available on Android as well as the iOS platform. Download it today. Access seamless streaming, salah times, recipes and all other features available for free from Radio Islam International.